My circle of influence includes people that are positive, that are uplifting, that are fun to be around, that are just great, great people.
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast.
Minisode.
One of the things I absolutely love about my job is the opportunity to rub shoulders with individuals who are absolutely head and shoulders better appraisers than I am. And I had that opportunity today with two great men who I respect and look up to, and I learned a lot from. I want to pause here and remind you we are sponsored by Anow Software. Another great thing about my job is I'm exposed to all kinds of new technologies across the appraisal landscape. And one of the things that I really love about Anow is the ability to be able to manage my entire appraisal offers from wherever I might be. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that coming up, but stay tuned. Go to anow.com/coach for now and learn more about Anow Software. Again, it's anow.com/coach. Folks, I had an opportunity to do a webinar this morning with Mr. Ernie Durbin and Tim Anderson. It was a webinar on alternative valuations and desktops, and it was just so much fun. I mean, these individuals just know so much about the profession, about valuation, about proper technique to derive values from, and about USPAP. I mean, so much experience in these individuals. Ernie was the presenter this morning, and this guy has 35 plus years in the appraisal valuation landscape officially. But, you know, he's really got more than that because he grew up in a family of appraisers. His mother and father were both expert MAI appraisers and kind of his mentors. Had an opportunity, of course, to rub shoulders on a regular basis with Tim Anderson. He's on this program quite often. He is a USPAP instructor, an appraiser extraordinaire out of the Florida area, and a good friend of mine. He and I converse frequently throughout the week. I'll tell you, I am blessed, truly am, to be able to know such great individuals, individuals across this country. If I started naming names, I would be unfair because I guarantee I would forget some. But, you know, people come to mind like Brian Reynolds and Diana Jacobs and man, I shouldn't have started. You know, these individuals that are absolutely incredible. I'm thinking of all kinds of people now flooding my mind. You know, George Harrison comes to mind, and so many folks. I shouldn't have started. Just individuals across the fruited plain. And I'll tell you, my mastermind students across the country. I've got now 6 mastermind groups and just powerhouse appraisers in every single one of those groups. I often get people come to me and saying, Dustin, which is your best group? Which one? I'm willing to fly anywhere in the country. I just want to be in the best group of people. And honestly, folks, I am not just making this up. You're going to think this is just marketing 101. I'm telling you, I don't make suggestions because there is something to be said about every single one of those groups. They are all, okay, I'll tell you this. I have a deep love for the Salt Lake group because it was my first group, and I've still got 2 original members of that group for 4 years. 4 years we've been meeting in Salt Lake every quarter for 4 years. And I think that both of these 2 maybe have missed one. And maybe the one guy I'm thinking about, I don't think has missed any meetings in that 4-year time span. And I know that the other individual I'm thinking of, she missed one time in that 4 years. And I'm telling you, these are just great people. Have an opportunity to rub shoulders with people across the country. You know, one of those great people that I have an opportunity to associate with is Marty Haldine, who is at Anow Software. Here's an appraiser who is well-trained in valuation, who is well-trained in the appraisal side. One thing I like about Marty is he's not just an appraiser, but he is the CEO of his appraisal company, and he has now utilized those skills to help appraisers across the country to manage their appraisal offices as well. through ANOW software. You all know that I am huge on technology. And if I can utilize technology to help save me time, to help save me energy, I will. I absolutely will. And ANOW is one of those no-brainers that it's easy to set up, it's easy to learn, and you will be surprised, I think, at how much time it saves you on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Go to anow.com/coach to learn more information. Again, it's anow.com/coach. You know, we're talking today about the opportunity that I have to associate with great appraisers across the country. And I apologize for name dropping. I shouldn't have. You know, I just love each and every one of my associates, my colleagues as appraisers. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I get in the midst of, whether it be on Facebook or whether I be in a class or a conference with other appraisers, sometimes I get in a group of appraiser-sauruses, which really, it's hard. It'd be in those groups and just, you know, not wanting to slink away because there's a lot of negativism. There's a lot of upset folks out there. And it's just not my cup of tea to sit around and complain and listen to, you know, the problems in the industry. Am I aware of the problems? Absolutely. Am I doing what I can to fight against those and to make life better for appraisers? Absolutely. But the negativism is just not where I like to spend my time, as you can well imagine. But I will tell you this: I just don't spend time in those circles. My circle of influence includes people that are positive, that are uplifting, that are fun to be around, that are just great people. I have an opportunity to associate with people across the country in my mastermind groups. I have an opportunity to associate with people like Ernie and Tim. Over phone and over the webinars that we do together. And I'm telling you, there's a lot to look forward to. Here's really where I'm getting, okay? You don't have to be an appraiser coach to have associations with other great appraisers. There are great appraisers in your geographic area. Don't be afraid to go out to lunch with them, to go out to coffee with them, to go out and get to know people in your area, okay? But if not, if you're a little bit leery about associating with others and your business secrets getting out, find maybe a wider range, maybe on a regional basis or possibly at your state coalition. Get involved, appraisers, and get to know other appraisers. There's great conferences going on across the country. There's more than just one or two out there now. There's lots of things going on. Find one that suits your needs and get out there and get to know other appraisers and get to associate with others who are positive, who are uplifting, who will help you to rise up and become better. I don't know who said it. I'm sure someone knows, but you know, there's a great quote about you know, the only way I got this way was sitting on the shoulders of giants. And I'm telling you folks, that is exactly the attitude that appraisers need to have, is to find giants, valuation experts, professionals that you can associate with, that you can rub shoulders with, that you can ask questions to, that you can get to know and associate with. I tell you, this is the greatest profession in the world. And I'm sorry, those of you who are negative, those of you who are saying that you know, the appraisers are going the way of the buggy whip. I'm sorry, I don't subscribe to that attitude. I love what I do. I think we've got a future. I think we need to prove our future. I think we need to reach out to our clients and show them why we are valuable. I think we've got our work ahead of us, but I absolutely am confident that we have a future and that as we get to know other appraisers and associate with other appraisers, that we can do nothing but benefit from that process. I hope appraisers within the sound of my voice will reach out. Take the first step, pick up the phone and call another appraiser. Send an email. Get to know who your state coalition is. Get to know some of these national coalitions that you might want to associate with. Folks, I promise you, whatever time and energy that you have to sacrifice to be involved, please understand that it will come back to you. It will benefit your life. It is a great thing that we're involved in, and I hope that you will find opportunity to associate with other appraisers across the country. You know, I talked about the Dream Team. We do have a couple seats open, very few. We've got 6 dream teams across the country, and most of those seats are full, but you can always reach out to my assistant. Just email her. Her name is Lee. You can email her at theassistant@theappraisercoach.com. Theassistant@theappraisercoach.com, and just ask her what's available. DC, Chicago, Salt Lake, as I mentioned, 2 in Las Vegas and 1 in Dallas. And find out what's available. We would love to have you associate with other great appraisers and to see your business absolutely transform. Thanks for joining me today, folks. It's been fun talking at you. We'll talk to you next time.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.